And welcome to another edition of Spits and Suds. I'm Gavin Spittle. We are thrilled that you're joining us today. Thank you so much for listening and supporting Spits and Suds. In just a couple of moments, Michael Chiklis, Emmy Award winner, Golden Globe Award winner. He will come on and talk about his new movie, and we'll have some fun with him. It's called The Senior, and it's in theaters right now. Quickly, I love telling you about the On-Time Experts. Listen, the coupon is on the website. It expires September 30th. Simple as this. $59. I'll say it again. $59 for complete AC and furnace tune-up and cleaning. You will be good to go for the winter months, into the spring, into next summer for just $59. All you have to do is take that next step and book now at theontimeexperts.com. I love telling you about them. They're the official HVAC company of the Dallas Stars, as well as the official sponsor right here of Spits and Suds. So you know they love and support local hockey. You don't have to spend a day waiting around. If you press the book now button, it's same day service guaranteed. They want you as a customer for life. And how do I know that? Because they've serviced my house not just with HVAC, but also with plumbing before they jumped on as an endorser. So I truly believe in this company. And so do so many of you, because when you think about it, nearly 6,000 reviews on Google, 4.8 out of 5 stars. They are nailing it here in DFW. So give them a call or go to theontimeexperts.com and get it while it lasts. Big savings, $59 for that complete AC and furnace tune-up cleaning, theontimeexperts.com. Let's deservedly pump our guest's tires. The new movie, which he's starring in, it's called The Senior, in theaters right now. It's a true story based right here in Texas. I remember the news story as it was happening. 59-year-old Mike Flint returns to his alma mater, Sul Ross State University, to play football. As for Michael, we know him from The Shield, The Commish, Fantastic Four, the Emmys. Let's break it down even further and see if this is true. From Rabbit Pond, where he skated in Andover, Massachusetts during the winters, with respect to Jay Leno. He's the biggest name to come out of Andover until Jay Leno comes on this program, and then maybe we'll flip it. Even though he didn't play, Boston University, true fact, got better each year that he attended that school, including one of the all-time great hockey names. Let's see if he knows him, Cleon Daskalaskis.
Yeah,
they won
another Greek boy, of course.
Absolutely, and BU won the Beanpot when Michael was there. He's a diehard Bruins fan. The greatness of Michael Chiklis. What an honor, sir.
Thanks for having me. Wow, that's a unbelievable introduction. Thank you. Listen, I got to tell you, to all the folks at Fort Worth, I want to say hello, because we shot this movie in Fort Worth, and we had such a wonderful time there. I got to say, it's one of the great towns. The people were so warm and welcoming, and man, you're into your football there. And
yeah.
And boy, some ribs, man. I ate some ribs there while I was making this movie.
I was going to say, because you have to be in shape to make this movie. You know, you went through a lot of prep. You went through a lot of prep for The Shield, and then this movie, the physicality of this movie, but some good Texas meals for you.
Yeah, well, on the weekend, I have my one blowout meal, you know, because, by the way, when you're playing football 12 hours a day all week, and it was 12 hours, that's how long we shoot. You know, I was incredibly disciplined, though, with the food. I was. Otherwise, you know, because I was coming off a Red Auerbach, and I had to lose a ton of weight, you know, because I was, you know, playing a guy in his 70s, cigar smoking, cocktail drinking guy, and all of a sudden to have to turn it around in time to play this guy. And luckily I played, you know, I was the captain of my football team in high school. So, you know, I played linebacker. It wasn't like it was foreign to me. It was like kind of like getting on an old bike, but my body was like, what are you doing? You know, because you know, it's different. Being in shape is one thing, but being in football shape's another thing. And getting hit by people, you know, your bones turn into peanut brittle a little bit. You know what I mean? The proudest day of my life was when they said you're wrapped and nothing broke. It was, you know, I got through it without breaking. You know, and look, it was a wonderful experience. You know, for all of us out there that love a good sports film that's inspirational and that, you know, makes you laugh and cry and leave the theater feeling good. this is that movie that, I would really encourage people, take your whole family and go to the theater and see this movie. You'll find yourself yelling at the screen. It's that kind of a picture. I'm really, really proud of it.
Yeah, and since you filmed in Fort Worth, there's so much rich history in Fort Worth, and it's such a unique and great. I love Fort Worth.
I do too.
And Babe Ruth played there actually at the old LaGrave Field. He once played there. So there's,
that.
And they had hockey there at one time. It's got a rich sports history.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, but particularly and understand what I mean by this. I say this, that Texas is to football what Canada is to hockey.
Sure. Good comparison.
It's just their sport. You know what I mean? And I'm a New Englander, and we love our football. And we had, but you can just, it's just different when you go down there and you spend a few months in Fort Worth and you go to these different places. We were shooting, I think I was telling you before we went on that one of the schools we went to was like a 10 to 15,000 seat, stadium. And I was like, wow, what college is this? And they were like, this is a junior high.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like it's serious down there. Y'all take your football very seriously. And, it's a year round thing. And I love all of it. The tailgating and it's just a familial thing. The whole family goes, everybody's into it, and you just feel like an incredible warmth about the whole thing. It's the tradition of football,
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of full circle, Mark Chiardi produced this film, and he's known for a lot of sports films. And one of the films that he's known for is Miracle. And the Miracle on Ice, you went to Boston University. 4 of the guys on that team went to BU as well.
Yeah, listen, I was a right winger. I played hockey in the winter. New England, we play 3 sports.
Sure.
I played football, hockey, and baseball. It's seasonal, right? Whereas in Texas, you play football, and football. I suppose you play some baseball down there and everything, but really football, it's Mecca down there, and you just get that feeling. And Boston University, that's my alma mater. It was a great story. I did a screening of The Senior for Boston University because I still sit on the board of the School of Fine Arts there for like 25 years now. And, we showed the movie to, the theater students down there, and we had a Q&A afterwards. And I come out for the Q&A, and I'm talking to the crowd, and I look at these faces in the crowd, and I'm like, wait a minute. Like 10 guys from my high school football team came.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Guys that I hadn't seen in like 35, 40 years.
Brotherhood. Yeah.
Yeah, and we just they came down onto the stage and we hugged each other for like a minute and cried. It was like, it was insane. I hadn't seen those boys in a long time, One of my co-captains from that team, Steve Stabile, he's the one who did it. I didn't, I invited him to the screening because Steve and I have stayed in touch all these years, but, he, behind my back, called everybody and was like, come on, we got to go to this thing. And they were like totally in. Apparently there was like 15 other guys that wanted to go too. They just couldn't. They were either out of state or whatever. But anyway, this is the kind of thing that's been happening because of this movie. It's been bringing people together and creating all these wonderful experiences. And I just want to get the word out, man. Let people know. Go to the theater. Take your family.
Absolutely.
Have a good night at the theater instead of it being a horror movie or a big tentpole, like Marvel thing. Go and see a movie about something, and you're gonna laugh and you're gonna cry and you're gonna leave feeling like there's hope for humanity.
Yeah. Okay, so I know you're a Boston guy. Now you're in L.A. Sorry to see Anse Kopitar is retiring, one of the all-time great L.A. Kings. But here's my pitch for you. Jake Ottinger went to Boston University, Dallas Stars goalie. Colin Blackwell, who's a big part of the Stars franchise, is from North Andover, next to Andover.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
North Andover
we talk about North Shore roast beef all the time.
No kidding. I missed it.
Yeah, great guy too. And then Tyler Sagan won a cup for the Boston Bruins. So can I get you not to switch allegiances, but maybe put the Dallas Stars in your top 3?
That's a tough one, man. Well, top 3, I'll put him third because, look, I'm Boston all the time.
Yep.
I can't help it. I mean, I don't just y'all have to ask yourself, you move out of Texas, would you all of a sudden not be a Dallas Cowboy fan? No, you wouldn't. No matter where you go, it's part of you grew up with it, right? So it's New England first, but I've been living in Los Angeles for 30 plus years. I
Right.
raised my kids here. Now, to be clear, I could never say the words "Go Lakers" in earnest. That's just never going to happen. So I have to be, unfortunately, my number two team is the Clippers. All the LA teams are my number two
Okay.
teams. Like the Dodgers are my National League team; they're my number two. The Kings are my number two team. Because the Bruins are my number one. So that's I'm a Boston guy. I'm a New England sports fan, but I got to tell you, you guys have what to root for down there. You guys have great sports teams, and it's a sports tradition
Yeah.
all across the board there. You live for it. I just appreciated that when I was down there.
The Senior is in theaters. Now let's support Michael Chiklis. Thank you so much, sir. You've been awesome.
Well, thanks for having me, man. Go be you.
Go be you. Have a great day, Michael.
Yeah.
Once again, special thanks to actor Michael Chiklis. So many things I wanted to talk to him about, but you have limited time. When they have these movies, they have to jump from either television to radio, but it was great to have him for a couple of minutes. What an awesome guy. The new movie out. Let's support him. It is called The Senior. It's in theaters right now. It's a feel-good story. It's the kind of movie you could take your whole family to. So check out Michael Chiklis, and what a cast he has in that movie. Filmed right here in DFW. It's called The Senior. So that's going to do it for another episode of Spits and Suds. We say thank you guys so much. Please spread the word as the regular season is coming upon us that there's a podcast that talks stars, hockey, the NHL has guests on. It's called Spits and Suds. We appreciate you guys more than I can tell you. Also, special appreciation to the on-time experts. They're supporting hockey in DFW. So until our next podcast, have a great day, everyone.